Hello and welcome to the preview of the Arnold Clark Women's Premiership Final for 2024-2025 between Corstorphine Cougars and Stirling County. It is a battle of the Invincibles versus the reigning champions at Union Park on Saturday. Who is going to take home the Arnold Clark Women's Premiership trophy? But first we're going to take a look at the home team, the unbeaten Corstorphine Cougars, who've had a season to remember with 14 wins from 14 games. They'll be looking to cap it off with the Premiership trophy at their home ground of Union Park, as their captain Emma Turner spoke to Fraser Walker-Pearce ahead of the occasion.
Yeah, so it's been a pretty perfect season on paper, but by no means has it been easy. There's been a couple of games that it's really come down to the wire. But like we always knew that, we always expected that. We're playing against like the best teams. So we always knew each game was going to be really tough. And I think just hard work and determination has really shown like our grit and like want to win.
Absolutely. There's some, as you say, you've gone up by huge amounts in some games, and some games have been really, really tight. Are you expecting that again on Saturday?
I think it's really funny because the first time we obviously played Stirling, it was a bigger scoring game, and then when they came to us last, it was just 1 point in it. So yeah, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Obviously, the occasion as well when we went to them in the final 2 years ago, them having the home advantage and the occasion really got to us, I think, and made us underperform. So I think it'll be really interesting to see them coming to us and us having the home advantage, seeing how that'll go and how that'll play to our strengths. So yeah, I think it'll obviously be a really, really tough game. But anything could literally happen.
Yeah, totally. There's the beauty of a final. It all comes down to one match, which is so cool. What would it mean to go unbeaten at your home ground in front of your home fans?
I think Union Park is just such a special place to be. Like, we obviously are council run. We don't have the best facilities. Obviously, we've been lucky enough to get a grant that we are hoping to improve our facilities. But at the minute, like, it's all we've ever known, like our changing rooms and our pitches. I think somebody quoted saying it was a home of the mud in this week. So but we train there week in, week out. So to be able to have the final at our home, I think is just so special to us. We've never had it before, and I think it's a really big occasion. We're so grateful for it to be allowed to happen, and we're just really hoping that Saturday is a big occasion for not only the club but the community, for everyone to get down and just watch like a great game of rugby.
Fantastic, absolutely. Could you maybe highlight a couple of players who have really played into that your strengths this year, and then some players to watch out for in the final as well?
I think the addition of Lisa Martin has obviously been great. We've used her book quite a few times in the games, which has obviously given us the point advantage. So where it does come down to the wire, like, to be able to have her to kick some points is just a really big advantage. And then also someone who I think is kind of an unsung hero is our second row, Caitlin Hadley. She just started with us last season, and this season she's just completely flourished. She's been training so hard. She started just about every single game, played just about all the minutes. She's really hardworking. You can always rely on her. Really big hitter, really big ball carrier. So to have her just been a complete star throughout the season, I think she's one to watch on Saturday.
Brilliant. And then just finally, talk us through maybe your emotions, and maybe I'm just jumping the gun a little bit, but to talk about what it's going to feel like on Saturday when you're able to run the team out in front of everyone for a home final.
I think like it's been a long time coming, because it's almost been too good to be true. Like, oh, we've won again, like, and just to stay at that top of the table. And I think like reality hit, like this could actually be at home. Like, we could actually finish at home and have the home final. So yeah, so it's going to be massive. As I say, like, I'm born and bred Cougars. Like, Union Park is my home. And I've just wanted to put so much into Saturday just to make it a good occasion for everybody. I know we might not be the biggest and the fanciest, like, we don't have stands but we do have a great clubhouse that's got cheap pints and everyone can come and stand and join in. So I think being able to run out and just have hopefully everybody, like the whole pitch filled for a women's game, is going to be like next level. I'm nervous, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, brilliant. It's going to be a great advert for women's sport and for women's rugby in Scotland. So it's going to be a magic day anyway. Any last words for Saturday? Any words of wisdom for your team?
I think we just need to keep having faith. The hard work will pay off, and win or lose, we're going to make history. So we're going to go out there and give it our best shot.
Well, while Costorphine Cougars were leading the way at the top of the table, the battle for second place was heating up between Stirling County, Watsonians and Hillhead Jordan Hill. And in the end, it was the reigning champions who managed to book their spot in their third final in a row, as they also look to make it 3 championships in a row. Katie and Kirsty Ainsworth caught up with us ahead of the game. Overall, looking back on the season, you guys have made now your third final in a row. How are you guys feeling looking back on the 2024-2025 season?
Yeah, it's been a bit of an up and down season this season, but we've done well. We're really happy to get through to the final again.
Yeah, we've worked hard and dug deep and managed to make it to the final, which is really good.
Well, as you said there, it's been an up and down season, but you've had some big wins over the season, some really crucial victories that have got you guys into this position. And none more so than a double win over Hillhead Jordan Hill and a 40-15 win over Watsonians at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of like highlights personally for you guys looking back on the season?
I think definitely when managed to get our shape to click, and like you said, there's been some big scores, even against the teams that finished a bit lower down in the league. Got some big scores against them. But yeah, crucially, the winning against Watsonians in the first one, I managed just to get our structure to click and managed to get those line breaks and scores that we needed.
Yeah, another big game for us was us against Hills, because we'd come off a couple of losses and it was easy for our heads to go down, but we kept our heads up and that was a good win for us.
That's perfect that you say there, obviously, about getting your structure together and getting into the flow of the season. Looking back on it, has there been anyone in particular that you think has really shone out this season? Obviously, you had quite a few players in last year's Celtic Challenge as well, playing for Glasgow Warriors. So has there been anybody that's come through at the start, or even just some key players from the start of the season, from last season, that have shone through?
A few of the key players this season has been Heather Davies, Rachel Cox and Sam. They've really led the way in the forward pack, some massive carries, great defence as well.
And Sky Speed out on the wing, out the back, she can see the gap. She's done well this season as well.
And personally, for you guys yourselves, how do you guys think you guys have played this season? Obviously, linking up with each other, and then with your dad obviously being head coach, is a big family affair that's been there. But how do you guys think that you've played this season?
Yeah, I think we join up pretty well at 10 and 12. I'm able to run a lot of hard lines off Katie. And sometimes I forget to talk, but she knows exactly where I am as well.
Yeah, and we know how each other play really well, so it's quite easy to just give those passes because I know what she wants and she knows where she needs me to be and things like that. So yeah, it's quite good.
Well, I mean, looking ahead then to the final, it's a repeat of the 2022-2023 final against Corstorphine Cougars. You've suffered 2 losses to them this season, but looking back obviously to last season, 19-0 down against Watsonians and coming back to win. What do you guys expect coming into the final? Do you think it's going to be quite a gutsy affair, or do you think it'll be quite free-flowing?
I think it'll be a really physical battle. Anytime that we've played them before, it's always been a really physical game, a close game. So that's what we expect from coming up. It'll be physical, it'll be a tight game. We'll have to play our best, they'll have to play their best. It should be a good game.
Yeah, they've got a hard carrying forward pack and we just need to match them.
Well, I mean, looking back obviously to the last time you guys played at Union Park, it was a really, really close affair. You did manage to outscore them in tries. So do you think you can take that going into the final as well and hopefully then manage to get the edge over them?
Yeah, we can take a lot of confidence from that game. Although we lost, that's our game structure started to click there and we played well. So if we can take that confidence, a few of our injuries have come back, so we can go into the final confident.
And then, I mean, final question really, I guess, what would it mean to you guys? Obviously, current reigning Premiership champions, what would it mean to be 3-time Arnold Clark Women's Premiership champions?
It would mean a lot, not only for the team, because we've put in so much effort to get the training, to work hard, to improve, but also be quite good for Stirling County as a whole, as a club.
Yeah, for the youth section as well, give them something to look up for, something to aim for, because we're role models. We help coach at the minis and they get quite excited to see us as well.
And so there we have it, the final is set between Corstorphine Cougars and Stirling County at Union Park tomorrow the 14th of December for the Arnold Clark Women's Premiership. The game will be live streamed on scottishrugby.org and Scottish Rugby's YouTube channel. And so there we have it, the game is set. Who is going to take home the title between Cougars and County? Join us on scottishrugby.org for the final and we hope to see you there. Thank you for watching.